It's that time of the year, people. It's a new year, and with that comes a new top 50 list of the best universities in the entire world. Let's break it down. Hey, everybody, how's it going? I'm Paul from educations.com, where we connect students with universities. And today, let's have a look at the best universities in the world for 2026. This year, we're going to do something a little different compared to what we did last year. Last year, we strictly followed the top 50 list from one specific ranking organization, the QS World University Rankings. But this year, we've taken the entire list from 3 different organizations and combined them to determine which 50 universities ranked the highest across all 3 lists. The QS World University Rankings, the Times Higher Education World University Rankings, and the Shanghai University Rankings. If you rank high in all 3 lists, you're going to be pretty high in our list as well. Before we dive in, let's give you a quick recap of the following criteria that each of these organizations use to score and rank every university. We have academic reputation, employer reputation, faculty to student ratio, citations per faculty, number of international faculty, number of international students, international research network, employment outcomes, and sustainability. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with the universities ranked 41 to 50, one thing you're going to notice is that we don't have any ties this year because the 3 lists that we combined have different ranks for all the schools besides like the top 10. So no one ended up with the same score. Special shout out here to Washington University in St. Louis. They're definitely one of those schools that have quietly risen through the ranks over the years and are quietly elite. University of Science and Technology of China, a lot of science projects coming from here. To be honest, I think a lot of them probably just skip childhood. UT Austin, a big campus, big confidence, everything is just big. University of Manchester, fun fact, they invented one of the earliest, if not, I believe, the first version of the computer. Moving on to 31 to 40, we have a great mix of universities from around the world. We have Australia, Singapore, France, Germany, Switzerland, China, US. If there's one takeaway that I have for you from this video, it's that you can find great education and research anywhere in the world. Sure, some countries might have more than others, but we're definitely in an age now where education has become much more accessible to you and to everyone around the world. Doesn't make it easier to get into some of these universities though, but EPFL in Switzerland, I don't know if you know, their campus is by a beautiful lake. You'll have views for days. Not to mention you'll be by Italy as well, so quick drive down, done. Special mention to National University of Singapore, a massive university campus, one of the biggest that I visited myself. I spent an entire day walking around and I think I only covered like a quarter of the campus. Looking at the schools from 21 to 30, you have the likes of U of T, Tokyo, NYU. Housing is still a bit of an issue in Toronto and across Canada, and the international student numbers are still capped, so FYI. Similarly, will New York City become a more affordable city to live in the coming years? And will you just visit Tokyo already? Big questions, and hopefully we'll get the answers to them soon. Especially that last one. University of Edinburgh, if you like Harry Potter, if you like castles, this one has got to be high on your list of top choices. You gotta look them up on Google. And now we're moving into Ivy League territory with the top 20. I'm sure it's come to nobody's surprise that the US has nearly half the spots on this list with 24 of their universities, followed by the UK and China. Speaking of which, shout out to Peking University and Tsinghua University as well. They're like the Harvards of China. They're super prestigious. Fun fact, President Xi Jinping of China, for example, studied at Tsinghua University. And just to round things out, let's pull up the top 10 universities for 2026. As always, a pretty consistent list of universities here, I'd say, but I imagine at this point, it's all for bragging rights and with some shifts up and down over the years. Fun fact, the exact date of the founding of the University of Oxford is unknown. No one actually knows when they were created, only that it was created sometime around the 12th century. And taking the top spot this year, we have none other than MIT. They were building robots before we were building robots. So, I imagine a casual project for them is just reinventing the future. But if you have a look at the top schools in every ranking list, these schools are basically just competing in the top 10 with each other for the most part. According to the ranking organizations anyway, which, by the way, I'm not a part of. I'm just reporting to you what is reported to us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how the top players were scored for 2026. There are, of course, so many more universities that are just as amazing as these 50 that you saw today that weren't on this list. We're not even scratching the surface on what the top 100, what the top 200 universities in the world are achieving and innovating. So please don't discount them in any way. I've personally visited quite a few universities over the last 2-3 years myself, and you can really tell which ones are really making an effort and really care about your education and empowering you with the skills that you need to succeed after you graduate. There's great education everywhere in the world, and it's up to you to find out what works best for yourself. Anyway, did your university make it on this list? Let me know down below. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope to hear from you. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for all things education and studying abroad. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.